Well, hello, hello. Spring is fast approaching. I am so excited to dive into what are some of spring 2025's biggest wearable trends with you all today. I'm gonna just preface this by saying this video is by no means suggesting that you should go out and throw out your wardrobe and buy all these trends, only wear trends, forget about your own personal style, and just wear the new trends. Y'all, no. As a person who loves fashion, I love paying attention to what the runways are showing each season, taking note of it to see what I might expect to see when I go into stores or shop online. Also, get some fresh new ideas on how I might be able to make things that I already have work for me in a more updated context. Not every trend is for everyone. You have to follow every single fashion trend. That's literally not what this video is about. Okay, great. Glad we had this talk. You're gonna stay till the end because the last trend is a little controversial. Let's start off with colors because I feel like the colors of this season are so pretty. Light pink is going to be the star of the show. It's like how burgundy was for last fall. That is what this powder light baby pink is for the spring season. It's definitely a lot more soft and muted than the really bright, like bold pinks that were very popular in the last couple years, thanks to probably the marketing of the Barbie movie. Although, full disclosure, I still love and will always love a bright, bold pink, whether or not that's the trend or not. So these are all things that you can take with a grain of salt. The reason why I love light pink is because it can really act as a really nice neutral in your wardrobe. It can almost act like a cream or off-white depending on the pink that you get, depending on how muted it is. Pink just really goes with so many things. It can easily feel a little bit little girly, so I think there are ways that you can style it to keep it feeling polished and elevated and, you know, age appropriate, if you will. If you're not super into a light baby pink, maybe dipping your toe in with a little accessory, a handbag, a shoe, a little scarf is a great way to jump in on a color trend that you're not 100% sure about. Pastels, I think, are really taking over the trend for spring 2025. There is sort of this overall sense of like this light romanticism in a lot of the trends, and I think that's why pastels are really having such a moment. And the next one is one that I'm wearing right now, and that is buttercream yellow. Now, a lot of people I've noticed are a little scared to wear bright yellow because they either think that it doesn't look good on them or they just think it's too loud. And I would caveat that to say that I think there is a yellow shade for everyone. You just have to find the right one for your skin tone. But I think the buttercream trend is a really easy way to adopt a yellow into your wardrobe without it feeling daunting. This is even a little bit more saturated of a buttercream than I have seen in a lot of instances. A lot of times I see the buttercream trend and it's a very light, pale yellow, almost again a cream color. Like, it's a lot more wearable than you might think it is. Again, just such a soft and pretty color, definitely perfect for the springtime. Just kind of feels sunshiny. If you're a cool tones girly, icy blue is another big color this season. It just looks so pretty and just kind of like posh and sophisticated. I feel these pastels that are going to be so popular this upcoming season, and it just looks so good paired with like a nice crisp white or even like a silver metallic piece. Goes so well with like a cool light icy blue. Another color trend that I'm very excited about is the pistachio green color trend. I love this color trend because I just think it's funky, fun, and bold. And again, if you don't really want to dive deep into like a whole pistachio colored dress or shirt, grabbing a pair of shoes or a bag in this color is a great way to incorporate this color trend into your wardrobe. And I think it pairs really, really cute with the light baby pink and also can look really cute with even a light buttercream yellow. The next trend is a continuation of one that came back in full force last fall, and that is the boho trend. The Chloe runways definitely revived this sort of boho aesthetic in a big way, but don't freak out. We are not going back to like the 2010s iteration of boho, okay? It's a little bit more sophisticated than that. This time around, boho is getting a more chic, elevated makeover. More like runway-worthy Jane Birkin, or less Coachella circa 2012. Instead of like over-the-top fringe and flower crowns and feathers in your hair, it's more about flowy silhouettes, luxe crochet, sheer layers, and like effortless draping. It's definitely that romantic, free-spirited energy, but styled a little bit more wearable and more modern. We're talking like beautiful, billowy, flowy maxi dresses that make you feel like a goddess floating down the sidewalk. Relaxed wide leg pants or jeans with flowy, billowy tops. That cool, like I just got back from like trip to Ojai or something. Crochet is definitely a great way to incorporate the boho trend. Statement belts also are a great way to adopt this look. Throwing one over a flowy dress, just that effortlessly put together vibe. The key for styling boho for 2025 and not going like full on Stevie Nicks is balance. Like mixing boho flowy pieces with more sleek, structured pieces will give it that sort of grounding and not make it feel like, you know, you are about to go run off to Coachella. By the way, if you're enjoying today's video and you're not already a subscriber, I would love to invite you to hit that red subscribe button right down in the description box. It's free and I serve up really fun fashion and lifestyle content to you all on a weekly basis. So please subscribe if you're not already. And if you haven't also found me over on Instagram and or TikTok, I'll put my handle right here so that you can go and check me out over on one of those other platforms. Make sure you say hi. Anyway, let's get back to the trends, shall we? Somewhat similar to the boho trend, we also have to talk about soft romance and talking like ethereal feminine aesthetics. We're seeing this a lot in like really pretty, very delicate looking floral prints, floaty fabrics and silhouettes. Again, in all of these like pastel colors that have become so popular, all about like dreamy, delicate details. For this trend, you definitely want to look for ethereal fabrics like chiffon, silk, organza, lightweight lace. These kinds of fabrics that sort of give that weightless, floating effect when you move. Ruffles and tulle are also a huge part of this. The ballet core trend is still going very strong. I have a whole video about the ballet core aesthetic and how to master it, which I will link down in the description box if you're interested in checking that out next. But anything with tulle, anything that evokes that sort of ballerina kind of vibe fits right in with the silhouette of this is very like flowy. I think Greco-Roman inspired like drapey dresses, linky slip dresses that just sort of a really soft and feminine shape. Another aspect of this would be like vintage or Victorian details. I've seen a lot incorporated into this trend. So brocade fabric, high necklines, delicate little button details, subtle embroidery and like puff sleeves give a sort of like timeless but very feminine feel. It's easy to really rock this trend. Grab yourself a flowy, breezy maxi dress or maybe billowy ruffled blouse with structured tailored trousers, or maybe add delicate pearl accessories, nice trimmed scarves, vintage inspired handbags to sort of give your look that sort of soft feminine finishing touch. I always think it's fun to mix it up. Very feminine piece with something that's very masculine or tough, like a billowy maxi dress with a leather moto jacket or something that can give the look a little bit of an edge so that it's not too over the top girly. This is a trend that I feel like has been going strong for several years at this point, and I am not mad at it. That is the sheer trend. Now, I know some of you might be thinking sheer, that sounds way too hard, sounds too revealing. But the sheer trend I think is really fun because it can introduce really interesting ways to layer and create a textured outfit with sheer pieces that doesn't necessarily have to mean you're bearing a lot of skin. It can create a lot of visual interest. I've been talking about sheer as a trend for like several years at this point, which is great because I love when a trend sticks around and has longevity and doesn't just disappear. How to do this trend without being shocking. Layering is so key in this. Think like sheer blouses over like a bralette or like a sheer dress over a like crop top and some shorts, sheer dress over a top and jeans, sheer dress over the top of a slip dress. I mean, there are so many ways that you can do this and create really interesting layered looks, especially considering in the spring and summertime as the temperatures get a little bit warmer. The sheer lightweight fabrics kind of allow you to create those multi-dimensional looks. We're also seeing like strategic sheerness. So like designers creating tops where like certain panels are sheer strategically and then like other areas are opaque. I think those can also be a really interesting way to take on this trend. And this is all about balance. Creating multi-dimension with texture and with structure is so interesting to me. Like wearing a floaty sheer dress with a structured blazer over the top of it, or wearing like chunkier boots to give it like more grounding. Are you feeling the sheer trend, or is it one that you're gonna leave for others to do? Let me know in the comments. This next trend is all about corporate, but for every day. Power suit dressing. Yes, please. I love a suit. I love a full-on suit look, and I love suits for women that have like a menswear inspired touch to them. And that is going so strong this spring, not only on the runways, but also in street style. I cannot tell you how many street style pictures I have seen of women wearing some kind of suit in some sort of variation, styled in really fun and unique ways. So the corporate world really seems to be spilling out onto the streets. A lot of what we're seeing for the spring 2024 trends is sort of like an oversized feel to the suit, but still very soft. Like a relaxed, slouchy blazer paired with like flowy trousers or a A-line full skirt. It's all about that, like, I just threw this on, like, effortless energy. There's definitely quite a nod to menswear happening in this sort of suiting trend. For anyone on a budget, you can easily go to the thrift store, shop in the men's section, and probably find something fantastic to fit into this trend if you really wanted to. It's definitely not all about oversized though, because we are still seeing a lot of blazers and workwear be very tailored looking. Still seeing a lot of blazers that this sort of nipped in waist or place of a blazer that is already made and structured that way. I'm seeing a lot of people belt their blazers at the waist to sort of cinch them in. I do love to emphasize my waist, so I'm really glad that there is like both things happening at the same time. Look for things in unexpected colors. Suits are not just for the office anymore. Like, you could take a really nicely tailored oversized blazer, throw it on with a pair of tailored shorts and some sneakers for a great like street style sort of daytime look. Or maybe a cropped blazer and some wide leg trousers with a heel for a really like kind of sexy menswear inspired night out look. Adding your own spin to it, whether it's through the color that you choose or the way that you accessorize or style the look, is really what is going to make your look pop. Rock a modern power suit, or are you still in your jeans and a cute top era? Let me know down there. So excited about this next trend because it is one I'm such a huge fan of, and that is maximalism. So many years we have been about this subdued, clean girl, quiet luxury, minimalism. The backlash to that is that now we're going to swing more towards maximalism. Now, that's not to say that minimalism is like, throw it out the door. I still love a nice minimalist outfit, but some days I just love getting creative and thinking outside the box, and that's really what maximalism is all about. Expressing your own personal style, creativity, and it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but that's okay because you love it. Maximalism, we're talking like clashing prints, wild colors, and a little bit of like a retro energy is what I'm getting from this sort of spring 2025 maximalism. Giving like, I raided my grandmother's closet, then I went to the flea market, and then I threw on everything from those two things. Somehow it all works. The more unexpected, the better. If you like the idea of this, but you're a little like scared to dip your toe into it, one thing that I always tell people that's an easy way to mix prints is to find two prints that maybe share a common color or a color that's sort of complementary, and that way that can kind of tie the look together. Or let's say a polka dot and you want to mix multiple different polka dots, have one piece be like small polka dots, the other piece be bigger polka dots, basically playing with the proportions of the two different prints. The key with maximalism is confidence and just owning it. I know some of you guys are minimalist at heart. I see you. And if you still want to sort of get in on this maximalism thing, maybe look for a piece that isn't a simple silhouette, but it's made from a really interesting fabric, like a crochet, or maybe a pair of pants with like a little fringe hem, or just a little touch of something that adds a slight bit more of interest and personality to your look. So are you going to dive into full maximalist chaos, or just going to sprinkle a little extra spice? Which one do you prefer? Here's another trend that has been ongoing for several years at this point, and that is the athleisure wear trend. But this spring, I feel like it has kind of taken a little bit of an interesting turn. It's a lot more elevated now. So you have designers who are taking pieces that you would legitimately wear to the gym or to play tennis or to golf or to swim, and actually styling them in more elevated or dressed up ways. At Tory Burch, it looked like some of the models like came straight out of their swim team practice. Ferragamo was definitely giving, you know, ballet dancer off-duty vibes. And oh my God, I loved that collection, by the way. Anything ballet core, ooh, love. Look at these shoes. Here's the game plan for this trend. Smart styling is everything here. Track pants, your zip-up jacket, your leg warmers, your yoga pants, your biker shorts can all look luxe with the right approach. Pay attention to color, texture, and layering, and suddenly these things that you thought were basics, that you thought were only for, you know, your activewear realm, can now be styled and look so chic. Easiest way to nail this trend is to grab some sporty outerwear or go for a pair of track pants. Here's what I mean. The outerwear that I'm talking about is usually this like windbreaker-y or anorak style jacket, and it's always kind of thrown over the wrong type of outfit. Some people refer to this as the wrong jacket method. You wear a jacket that it clashes with the thing you're wearing underneath it, not in the color necessarily, but in the dressiness level. So wearing, for example, an anorak jacket or a windbreaker style jacket over a sequin sparkly dress, creating a look with both of them together creates like a really interesting contrast. It just looks so effortlessly cool. Likewise, track pants are having a huge moment. I'm talking like wide leg track pants, usually with some kind of stripes down the side. Of course, Adidas comes to mind, but there's so many brands that make a similar style pant. Seeing people dress them up with heels and little tops, and suddenly you can wear things like that out at night and it looks just really cool. I think it's all about sort of rethinking your athletic wear and wearing it in new and unexpected ways. Another way that will be so easy to do this is styling your one-piece bathing suits as a bodysuit, sort of taking a cue from the Tory Burch show. I mean, obviously not wearing it with rolled down sweatpants, but I have quite a few one-piece swimsuits that are gorgeous that would make great bodysuits. Rethinking things in different ways and wearing things in new ways is a great way to get more use out of those pieces in your wardrobe. So are you gonna go full on sporty spice, or are you more of that ballet or Pilates princess vibe? I bet you guys can tell which one I am. Next thing that we have to talk about is a tale of two preps. Preppy fashion is another thing that I feel like people talk about as a trend, but I feel like it's not really a trend because preppy clothes are mostly classic wardrobe staples that don't really go out of style. It just becomes a thing of like if dressing preppy is like the cool thing to do at that moment or not. And right now I would say it definitely is. The first version of preppy style that is definitely going to be huge this spring and summer is that sort of coastal preppy vibe. I'm talking the East Coast preppy, okay? Like imagine what you would wear if you were going on vacation to like Nantucket or the Hamptons or Martha's Vineyard. It's that old school East Coast look. We're talking Breton stripes, striped sweaters, boat shoes, which I gotta eat my words, y'all, because I said in a video last year that boat shoes were out of style and nobody should be wearing them. And here I am talking about boat shoes being on trend. Now that does not mean I'm going to wear them. I don't think they're for me, are very much on trend. You will find boat shoes in many stores in these upcoming months. I will predict that now. Think sailor stripes, mariner or sailor style pants. Anything that sort of like evokes the ocean, the sea, and summertime. Now, the other kind of preppy that is definitely huge at the moment is this sort of like idea of classic Americana style preppy clothes. And designers who quintessentially always embody this vibe would be Tommy Hilfiger and Ralph Lauren. And I feel like those two are definitely making a huge resurgence in recent years in their popularity, especially Tommy Hilfiger, especially this Ralph Lauren sweater that has like the American flag on it. I feel like I try to find one on like Poshmark and like I can't find any for less than $200. Like this sweater, I think perfectly embodies what the Americana preppy trend really is. And it's all about classic American style. A lot of like varsity influence that goes into this aesthetic, like Letterman jackets, rugby shirts, vintage inspired crew necks that kind of give that effortlessly cool, worn in collegiate look. Denim is a huge part of this, straight leg style denim, boot cut denim. You guys see Kendrick Lamar's jeans during the halftime show? I mean, people are going crazy over his flared Celine jeans, if that tells you anything. Gingham, plaid, classic stripes are all patterns that sort of reinforce this sort of all Americana feel. Really want good inspiration for this, go back and look at like vintage Ralph Lauren ads from like the 80s and 90s, and I feel like you'll be spot on. All right, this is another ongoing trend, and I'm calling it retro elegance. It's giving that ladies that lunch vibe. It's giving like dressing like you have a standing lunch reservation at the Ritz. You know what I mean? Think tweed, think pearls, elegantly cut dresses, Jackie O inspired fashion, very demure, very mindful, ladylike elegance. Anything in tweed is going to be spot on for this trend, and you can even have fun with it. I saw a lot of tweed pieces on the runway that were really fun colors, so not like your boring like beige or gray or black. If it looks like Jackie O might have worn it, you're on the right track. Ladylike knits are also a great way to incorporate this. You know, like collarless cardigans that have been huge for the last couple years are perfect for this. Sweater sets, knit sets, and fitted knit dresses that kind of give that vibe of effortless wealth. For accessories, you want to look for things that are giving the old money vibe, like pearl accessories, structured handbags, and oversized sunglasses. All will complete this aesthetic to a T. You want to keep it from feeling too prim and proper, then try styling something like a tweed collarless jacket with like baggy jeans and sneakers, like one of these polished dresses with a pair of chunkier loafers. All kind of bring it down a little bit and not feel so on the nose. This is just all about exuding effortless elegance and ladylike vibes. You just stepped out of a black car with a Dior bag in hand. Okay, fantasy over. Gotta talk about Fringe, because Fringe was all over the runways and I am not mad at it. I love a Fringe moment. Fringe, I feel like, has been ongoing for several years at this point. There is some iteration of Fringe, and that is fine with me because I will buy into this all day, every day. I've got Fringe jackets, skirts, accessories, and they are all ready to go. What I love about Fringe is it just creates like really nice, fun movement in your look. The Fringe that I saw this season was a lot less like Western inspired and more like traditional fringe, but then you also had like beaded fringe and other fringe, silky fringe. I mean, they got very creative with the use of fringe on the runways, as you can see. To nail this look, I think it's all about letting the fringe piece take the center stage. So whatever else you wear in this look, make it a little bit more sleek, a little bit more understated, so that the fringe piece really is the centerpiece. If you're along those lines, because the fringe creates so much movement, pick whatever else you wear to have a little bit more of structure, a little bit less movement, again, so that the fringe piece is not unnecessarily competing with something else in your outfit. If you're not ready for like a full-on fringe look, fringe bags are a great way to go for this. Really easy to just throw on with your outfit and sort of adopt a little dip in the toe of the fringe trend. Even like a little fringy earring can be a great way to nod to this trend. Good news for all of you who do not like wide leg pants. Slim pants are coming back. Now, not skinny, slim. We're talking straight leg, tailored, slim jeans and trousers had a huge moment on the runways, and I'm definitely seeing it a lot in street style as well. So again, these are not this like skin tight skinnies of the 2010s. This is a very structured and elegant silhouette for a pants, and I am so glad that it's making a comeback because I feel like it is so much more flattering universally for pretty much everyone than a wide leg or a super painted on skinny jean. The fit can vary by brand. Generally, these will fit through the thighs and then flare out ever so slightly the bottom of the leg. Easiest, most throw on and go outfit is pairing these with a white tee, a crew neck cardigan, some black booties or ballet flats for like the ultimate Parisian chic look. I am so happy about this because I feel like this style of pants is very slimming, it's very elongating, and it's just very timeless and elegant. Now, as we say that, I also have to say that wide leg pants are not going anywhere, and in general, like voluminous big shapes were really all over the runways. And some of these designers took it to kind of an extreme, like at Loewe, they had skirts and dresses that literally look like they had like hoop skirts underneath them. So I'm definitely not saying that that is wearable, but it is interesting to take these cues from the runways to wear things in real life. And I think that the translation to real life is just like fuller, bigger skirts, fuller dresses. Wide leg pants are also not going anywhere. It's like either all about the sleek tailored look or still the wide slouchy leg look. Ultra wide trousers can add more drama and more movement to an outfit if that's what you prefer. Barrel jeans are also part of this too, because barrel jeans create a very interesting and larger silhouette. So if you did buy into barrel jeans last year, don't worry because they are still going strong, which I'm so glad because I have a couple pairs and they have really grown on me. With these bigger proportion pieces, it's all about contrast. So if you're gonna wear wide leg pants or a bigger fuller skirt on top, try to go for something that's a little bit more sleek and fitted or tucked in on top just to give that contrast. And if you want to go full on baggy, all power to you. I just can't pull that off because I feel like I look so frumpy. Another element of this that you could look for, which I am not a fan of, are bubble hems, bubble skirts. I feel like those create like a very kind of more voluminous look that sort of fits into this like, bigger silhouette trend that we're seeing more of. But y'all, balloon skirts once and I'm not doing them again. I don't like it. Let me know what you think about a balloon skirt in the comments. I'm really curious if I'm like in the minority or not. We have come to the controversial trend, and that is skirts and dresses over pants. We're back to doing that. I think it's funny because I'm old enough now that I feel like pretty much all these fashion trends I have lived through either the first time they came around or I've lived through when they've come back in style and now they're coming back in style again. I'm getting to the point where it feels like there's nothing like that's truly new anymore. So yeah, that's fun. Dresses and skirts over pants. Very interesting. On the runways, sometimes I liked it, sometimes I hated it. I see it in real life and I kind of don't know how to think. Not the trend for me personally. It would have to be a very specific pant and skirt combination, but I just can't see myself doing this. Yeah, no, I can't. The designers have kind of made it a little bit more sleek and modern this time around. I think it is about keeping the proportions in check. So you're gonna want the pants to be more slim fitting. The skirt's probably a little bit fuller, just to like make things mesh with each other a little bit better. I'm not a fan of this. Let me know in the comments if you will be wearing your skirts or dresses over pants. Maybe I could see it more with a dress, but I feel like with a skirt and pants, no. If you enjoy these types of trend videos, I recently uploaded this one where I talk about fashion mistakes that may be aging you. A little controversial, but check that one out next if you enjoyed this one. Please subscribe if you are not already a subscriber of this channel and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll see you all over here. I just went to a Price is Right taping. Can you tell? And if not, I'll see you on the next one. Bye!